again. I have spoken quite a bit lately about what are sometimes called anywhere people or internationalists, those of foreign extraction who, even if they are born in this country or hold British passports, do not really regard Britain as their home. In some cases, they actively hate this nation and set out to do it harm. In the early 1990s that is, Harbi Ali came to this country from Somalia, quite liked the place and thought he might stay for a while. So he did, but not for long. His son was born here in 1996, but you know what strained parenthood can be to some men, particularly those belonging to certain groups, the kind who have baby mothers scattered about the country from Handsworth to Brixton. Harbi Ali paused only long enough to acquire British citizenship, and then he was off. According to The Guardian, and I give a link to the article in the description to this video, he now divides his time between London and East Africa. He has homes in Mogadishu and Nairobi, the capital of Kenya. A typical example of a cosmopolitan drifter with no loyalty to any country, pursuing only his self-interest. Since he showed no particular affection for Britain, it should come as no surprise that his own son, born in Croydon, should not feel anything towards this country either. He and his father are Muslims, and so perhaps their loyalties transcend national borders. Of course, Harbi Ali Kulan's son shows with great clarity what is apt to happen if you allow your country to be a kind of all-purpose collecting point for the dispossessed and drifters of the whole world. You're bound to end up with many people who not only do not like your country, but actually hate it. That's why Harbi Ali Kulan's son, Ali Harbi Ali, decided to kill one of our MPs. Now, these are people who, on the face of it, are very different types from the extremely rich and respectable Rishi Sunak. But do not be deceived, they are cut from the same piece of cloth. The father of the young man who murdered David Amess has homes in East Africa, and Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, has a home in California. Neither man has any love for or attachment to, let alone patriotism towards, Britain. It is a convenient place to stay, and when it has outlived its usefulness, well, there's plenty of other countries to go to live in. This is not at all how native-born British people feel about their country. They love and cherish it. It's like their mother and father. They have no other place that they would rather be. This is how I feel about my country. I cannot imagine anything worse than being permanently exiled from Britain. No immigrant, or, dare I say it, child born to immigrant parents, people like Rishi Sunak and Ali Harbi Ali, can ever hope to understand this love of Britain. I have a belief, or I'll call it a hope if you will, that Europe is starting to wake up to this, although I may be wrong. In France, there is a chance that a true nationalist might be elected president, and that really would be a political earthquake. I think that if this happened, we would soon see a change in France and perhaps ultimately the European Union. It is only when European countries and the United States wake up and see the danger they are in that things are going to change. The hour is late, but we're not quite out of time yet. Just as we are seeing the first signs that people have tired of the trans madness, so too we may be seeing the turning point of the enthusiasm for a multicultural society. I think that this might happen, but not with that shower who are currently governing our nation.